Hello, everybody, and welcome to this bonus episode of Magically Cruising, the cruise podcast where we share our personal cruise tips and reviews to help you make the most out of your next sailing. My name's Kieran. I'm an independent travel agent specializing in all things cruise, Disney, and North America, and I'm joined by my fellow co-host.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I write over at Cruising for All.
So we've just quickly popped on. We're going to do another one of our bonus episodes because Princess have just made some changes to their cruise packages. And it's obviously caused a little bit of outrage online, as it always does. So what we thought we would do is we would actually just go through it and break it down for you and just kind of give you a more, I guess, unbiased opinion on kind of what this actually is and what you get for it. So I don't know where the best place to start is, Sarah. Do we want to kind of just go over the facts of just what is included and then add our opinions to it afterwards?
Yeah, I mean, as you know, I didn't get it last time. It just really confused me.
Yeah.
So I've read it all more in depth this time, and it does make sense to me. So I get what's included. I think there's some things that have been taken away. But I sort of get the logic behind it as well.
Totally. And I think that's the thing, that it's tough. And I think if you've been a loyal, long-time Princess sailor, then some of these changes will probably be a bit of a shock to you. So I guess cat out of the bag, I guess the first one that's going to upset people who are booking cruise only, if they don't book Princess Plus or Princess Premier, then it just means now that certain things like Ocean Now is now chargeable. You have to pay $15 per person to activate Ocean Now, which is the feature basically to allow you to order from the app and have food delivered or drinks delivered to you anywhere on the ship. So that used to be included as standard. That's now a perk ultimately. Equally as well, and you understand this better than I do, but as well, room service is now chargeable in most situations, which again used to be free as well because it used to come under the Ocean Now service. But now room service, if you want to order room service, is now chargeable per delivery, isn't it, Sarah? But you've got a little bit more detail on that.
Yeah, unless you've got the package. I think I've got that right. So if you've got the package, you get your room service free. But now, if you don't have a package, it's chargeable. However, and this is what I think a lot of people have been most upset about, but you can still, let me find it because I found the information. So you can still order breakfast delivery to your room if you use the card in the room. And I think that's the thing that's what I've seen most outrage about, the breakfast. I mean, we cruise with other cruise lines as well as Princess, and Princess was the only one that did free room service. Everywhere else you have to pay.
Yes.
I hate the buffet restaurant. I know that you're a big buffet fan.
I would say I'm passionate, but I'm partial to a buffet.
I start getting panicky when I get near it because there's too much choice and I can't find anywhere to sit. And so I would rather, on our last cruise with a different cruise line, we had breakfast every day in our cabin and we paid for it, and I was happy to do that. So you can still do that for free on Princess. So I'll read you the official line. It says, will I be able to still order breakfast for delivery through the doorknob card on my stateroom? And can I get housekeeping items such as ice buckets and bathrobes with no charge? So it says here, breakfast ordered for stateroom delivery by placing the card outside your door will continue to be complimentary. No additional fee will be charged.
So if you want breakfast still, then you can totally get breakfast still complimentary. Yes. That's included. It's additional room service. And I'll be honest, I'm probably part of the problem with this when we were on board with Ocean Now, because I was coming back to my cabin at like 2-3 in the morning drunk, and I was still ordering tacos and all that type of stuff to get delivered to my room type of thing at 3-4 in the morning. Obviously, by introducing a charge or a limit on that, it's gonna reduce the amount of abuse and people who are kind of ordering it for the sake of it. However, following on from that, however, if you are somebody who does order Princess Plus or Princess Premier, those fees are included into those packages now. And then again, there was an article that was released by Travel Weekly as well that recently stated that 80% of people who book a Princess cruise are choosing to add on Princess Plus and Princess Premier anyway. So these changes only affect a very small portion of people who are sailing on a cruise-only fare anyway, which I feel for them, I totally do. But if you're booking Princess Plus or Princess Premier, which 80% of customers do, none of this matters. None of it's changed.
And the thing is, if everybody on the ship, say, I don't know, and I'm devil's advocate here, I'm probably going to get battered for saying this, but say everybody on the ship wants room service breakfast and they're not paying for it, and the poor staff are run ragged trying to do it, and some people don't even tip them. I'm not saying that Princess can just go and charge what they want and do what they want, but at the same time,
you've said it before we came online on air type of thing, but other cruise lines have been charging for this anyway since day one type of thing. It was a bit of a unique feature on Princess, and Disney are the same. Disney have free room delivery, and as far as I know, of all the cruise lines I've sailed recently, they're the only two cruise lines that I'm aware of that have had free room service anyway. So yes, if you're a long-time Princess fan and Princess Cruiser, this is going to be a bit of a shock to the system. But statistics prove, and the statistics that Princess have released, the majority of you were already on Princess Plus anyway. So there's no change for you if you're already booking Princess Plus. It affects mainly the people who are sailing cruise only.
And you know what? What is it? £5.
$5, yeah, each time you're trying to get anything delivered.
And that'll be your trade charge, won't it? So
yeah,
it's nothing. And as I say, we were paying more than that for breakfast on our last cruise, and happy to pay it because we were sat on our balcony eating it. It's not. Yeah. It doesn't really add up to that much when I'm not saying it's right, but if you're going to get Princess Plus,
it's one of the things that a lot of people focused on social media. They were all like, "Oh my god, room service is gone," type of thing. But it's like, actually, when you read the context and the detail around it, actually, no, it's not going to affect the majority of people who are booking a Princess cruise anyway. And as you say, for those that aren't, it's a small fee that you do pay to get that service at the end of the day. So I guess the next step for us maybe then is to talk about, so what are the new changes then as well? Because there is another change. They've introduced the new dining category now as well, called casual dining, as well as specialty dining and experiential dining. So maybe we talk about kind of what Princess Plus offers now. So for Princess Plus, if you book your cruise fare and then add on Princess Plus at the same time, it works out at roughly $60 per person per day. In British pounds, I've got back, so we found the website with the details on now. That's £50 per person per day. So again, on a longer voyage, it does add up, but the value, you cannot deny the value of this package. It's a no-brainer, in my opinion, if you're booking Princess to get Princess Plus. I know some people, maybe who don't drink alcohol, won't find value from having the drinks package. But, for the Plus beverage package that's included in Princess Plus, that's covering drinks up to $15, including coffee, smoothies, bottled water, and a 25% discount on bottled wine. That was already in Princess Plus anyway, but just to point that out, that you do get that. The other thing as well, the big thing that I picked up on, and this is really mouthy the way they've worded it, but they've now got unlimited Medallion Net 2.0 with fleet-wide Starlink and 5G for a single device, which is a posh way of basically saying they've invested millions of dollars into updating all the Wi-Fi on all their ships now to Starlink. So the Wi-Fi is actually going to be even better than it already was. And that's now included. So the reason why it's classed as new, even though they've always had Wi-Fi included in Plus, is because they've invested in updating to Starlink. So that's a great feature as well. You can't underestimate that your Wi-Fi all of a sudden has had a massive increase as well. The big change, and we can talk more detail about this, is the Princess Plus now includes 2 prefix meals at any casual dining location per sailing as well, which this is another one that's upset a lot of people because it now means that Alfredo's has moved out of being inclusive and complimentary dining and has now moved into this new casual dining bracket where you will now have to pay for it.
Yeah, which is $14.99 per meal per person. I mean, obviously, Alfredo's, best pizza at sea. Everybody loves it. We've talked about this before we came online. I avoid it like the plague because on my first cruise, I went a bit too much and put on a stone. So that and pina coladas, totally gluttonous. And I've never done that since on a cruise. I literally could not do my evening dress up by the end of the cruise. That's how much
really.
But I mean, it's amazing. But is that good? Is it worth paying for? But what you do get, and I'm not dissing people that are really upset about that because I understand why. I do understand. Yeah. But I'm guessing a lot of those people will have the Princess Plus package anyway, so they'll get that twice.
Yeah.
What is included is, but we're not here to share our opinion on it, are we really? We're just here to share what is included. So what is included is your main dining, international cafe. So you still can get snacks. You've got the top deck pizza, burger grill, and then you've got your buffet. So there are places to get those. Then casual dining is your Salty Dog Pub, O'Malley's, Kai Sushi, Alfredo's, and it says Amor. I don't know what Amor is.
These were already paid for anyway. That's the thing about these. So kind of we did Ocean View Terrace, I think it's called, on Sky Princess. So that's the sushi bar. That was already a la carte paid for anyway. So a lot of these places have always had a charge. So on one hand, this is now better. You're now actually getting credits towards these. So I was saying earlier as well, like for me and Phil, where we did the Ocean View Terrace, we would have paid for that extra on top of the Princess Plus package. We now get the chance to dine in that and have it included in our cruise fare now as well. So on some regards, you're actually benefiting now because you're actually getting more value out of things you were maybe paying for already. So the only one that has changed from going from being complimentary to chargeable is Alfredo's. All the others that are in the casual dining were already chargeable anyway as an a la carte item. So now you can have a prefix menu to do those items if you wanted to.
Yeah, if I was a pizza fan, I'd be gutted. But you can still get pizza. You can still get breakfast.
Yeah, slice and poolside pizza is still included as well. So absolutely, you can help yourself to pizza there as well.
And International Cafe is still included. Not a consolation for Alfredo's, but I suppose it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it.
I will add, the few times I've dined to Alfredo's, I was always shocked that it wasn't an extra charge. I kept feeling like, as I was leaving, and I was like, do I need to sign for the bill or do I need to tap my medallion for the bill? I was always shocked because it just feels like it should be an extra charge. So it's not that I'm not shocked. I always thought it would have been anyway, because the level of service you get, the quality of the pizza, any other cruise line for a sit-down meal type experience like that would have normally charged as well. So not that I've seen it coming, but it doesn't shock me that eventually it would have moved over to being a charged venue.
I'm going to be hated for this because we're not just quoting a press release here, are we? We're giving an opinion.
No. Yes.
But I just think they're levelling up. That's what I think. I think they're levelling up to match what everybody else is doing. Because, I'm just looking at the price for... Sorry, I have to keep referring to my notes. Specialty dining. So it's from $35 a meal. That's
absolutely. Yeah, we say this all the time, don't we? When you look at specialty dining on board Princess, you cannot beat the value for money. The price you pay for the meal you get is incredible for kind of main specialty dining needs anyway. Again, I get it from long-term fans looking at this and going, why? But it doesn't shock me. And like you say, looking at the rest of the industry, doesn't shock me these changes that have come in. Charging for room service or including it in a package doesn't shock me. Because again, even on on other cruise lines, even if you get a dining package, you still don't get room service included on that. You still have to pay, even if you take out the dining package as well. So let's just quickly run off the rest of them then as well, just because obviously, yes, you do get your 2 prefix meals in a casual dining location. Yep. You also get the Ocean Now delivery service, which obviously doesn't work in the UK, but for our American listeners, that will work. So if you take out Princess Plus, you'll get your medallion sent to you at home. So again, makes checking into the ship really easy. Complimentary room service is included in Princess Plus and above as well as Green Lane Express boarding, which is neither here or there, basically. It's the feature that basically once you've done all your check-in on the app, it gives you a little green lane activation. So when you get to the terminal, you can use the green lane, which is faster than using the blue lane where you have to get your documents checked and things like that. So again, as we've said, if everyone gets green lane, then is it really an express service? But, it is an extra perk that you do get for booking Princess Plus, which used to be included, is now something you've got to pay for to get access to that green lane. So even if you have all your documents checked and you're all good to go, you will be blue lane unless you book Princess Plus now. And then the other ones, these were already included in the previous version anyway, is your fitness classes. You get 2 per voyage. You also get those premium desserts per day as well, 2 of those, and unlimited fresh juices as well. So that was already in the original version of Princess Plus. We just got some new extras as well.
So now Princess Premier. In my mind, I'm thinking I wouldn't upgrade to Princess Premier, but would I for the specialty dining? Because Sabatini's is the best steak restaurant I've ever been in at sea. It's amazing. Not Sabatini's, Crown Grill. So would I for that? I don't know. So again, it's your crew appreciation beverage package, but you're up to $20 per person. Juice bar, unlimited premium desserts. Count me out on that one. I'm not a dessert person. Fitness classes. I just would rather an Irish coffee than a dessert. Photo package, I think that's quite good. Princess prizes, 2 specialty dining meals per guest, medallion accessory, reserve theatre seating, but the casual dining you get unlimited. So if you've got that, you can eat at all the casual dining whenever you want.
You would never need to see the buffet your entire sailing. If you took out Princess Premier, you would never need to use the buffet if you didn't want to.
I'm definitely not a buffet person.
I'd have sushi every day. I know for a fact I would. I'd be eating sushi every single day.
And then you got your room service delivery. So that's what's included on that. So that's £65 a day, or how much is it in dollars? You've got that there, haven't you?
It's $80 per person per day.
So it seems a lot, but if you've got your drinks package and your Wi-Fi on top, I mean, I paid $150 for my Wi-Fi last time on my cruise.
I was just going to point out, well, again, not naming names, but there is another cruise lines whose drink package is that alone, and that's all you get is just the drinks package. Now, theirs is unlimited. It's not the 15 drink maximum per day. I've tried to hit 15 drinks per day on Princess and other brands that have the same 15 drinks limit. it is hard to hit a 15 drink limit if you are actually doing other things on your cruise as well. So I can't stress enough, and I keep saying this all the time, as much as I get the minutiae of all this, and for certain people, this is a net negative change. For the majority of people, it's a net positive change. They're getting more for what they were getting already, type of thing. And particularly, again, at $80 or what you say, £65 per person per day, I will drink more than that in just drinks alone, let alone the fact then that I get my 4-device Wi-Fi.
And sushi.
Again, exactly, that's the thing now. So for me, it's a positive. I can now do casual dining every single day if I wanted to, which we will definitely do. We will make use of every single meal opportunity to have that opportunity to dine there. You know, having, what was the other one that caught my eye as well? Obviously, the room service is great. I love using it. Ocean Now, when it works, is fantastic as well. The reserved seating in the Princess Theatre is a great one for me as well, because I'm always late to everything. Photos we don't bother with, but it's always nice to have a memento. So again, to be able to have kind of photos and have those digital downloads would be a great one as well. There was the complimentary, what was it? It's the 2 speciality, isn't it? You get
2 speciality,
which was already in the original version anyway. But again, as you say, then so we did Sabatini's. It's amazing. I want to do Crown as well, the steak. That would be amazing. So to be able to do all that for me, as much as I get when you see the cruise price and then you add on Princess Premier, it can almost be the price of the cruise in some instances. However, the value you're getting for that $80 or £65, you cannot beat it in the industry, and I stand by that.
And I know we said like we're being really gushing and a bit biased, but we're actually not, because you know we both have favourite brands, and we both sail on Princess as well. But I just think they're doing what everyone else has done, and you still get breakfast, and you would come off looking like a prawn after eating all that sushi. You might be like all your arms getting off the ship.
I literally, but I'm just here for my daily tray, please.
Fill it up.
But it's one of those, isn't it? Like I get it, but when you actually take away from the headlines, which a lot of people will run with, they will run with the things you've lost, the negative, because that creates an emotional response, which drives traffic and drives engagement, which, you know, is all great, and we're not against that. But equally, when you actually break it down and look at it with a sound, solid mind on, yes, if you're a cruise-only sailor, 100%, I will never tell cruise-only sailors that this isn't a negative for them and now having to pay more for what they used to get. But for the majority of people, 80% of people this year who booked Princess have booked Princess Plus or Premier. They're getting more for the same value for money at the end of the day. So it is actually a good change across the board for Princess customers. I think that's what people need to focus on, is you're already paying for Princess Plus, you're getting more value for money.
Yeah.
So guys, as Sarah said, we're obviously just sharing the facts. We are adding in our personal opinion because we do sail, as Sarah's mentioned, with multiple cruise lines, so we get to compare and contrast what all the other lines are doing. And this is a trend that I think is going to keep coming more and more in cruise lines. They're looking to package in value, and that's what this is doing. You need to change your perspective of what am I losing to what's the value I'm getting out of this. But hopefully that's given you a bit of a good insight into what is included now and what the changes are. Again, they're not going to be for everyone, but I think for the vast majority of people who are going to be sailing Princess, this is a positive change. If you are interested in booking a Princess cruise, and they do have some fantastic itineraries, then definitely get in touch with me. You could find me online at magical-traveler.com. And Sarah, I know you have loads of content on your website. You have ship tours, you've got menus, you've got bar tariffs, all that type of stuff. Where's the best place for the guys to find all that?
So you can find us at Cruising with Kids or cruisingforall.com.
All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.